Hey everyone, welcome to Realization Hub. My name is Michelle Corazao-Dinu, and I'm an intuitive counselor, energy healer, and channeler who loves to bridge the gap between the unseen world of spirit, consciousness, energy, and intuition so that it can apply to your everyday human experience. Today's video is an energy update for February 2023. I'll be going over the energetic themes for February 2023 that are channeled. If you're interested in working with me, I offer one-on-one sessions, group sessions, and online programs. You can find more information in the description box below. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. All right, you ready to get started? Let's get started. All right, so first theme in February is kind of this energetic dip that's happening in February. And it's not an energetic dip like, oh, all of a sudden we're going to get tired, or all of a sudden we have to pause, or all of a sudden we have to take a step back. It's not anything like that. It's actually the image I got for this energetic dip is kind of like dipping a cracker in a dipping sauce. You know, it's a way to get a taste of something. Okay, so I have this kind of intuitive impression that there may be something coming up for you in February. It could be new. It could just be a change. It could just be a change in direction. It could be a change in the way you experience something. It could be something new, but it just seems that you're getting a taste of it. It's a temporary period of time where you're getting exposed to it and you're kind of feeling the energies of it, and then it kind of goes away. Okay, so it's kind of like dipping your toe in the pool or dipping a cracker in a sauce and getting a taste of something or a feeling of something, you know, just briefly. Okay, and the purpose of that is to kind of awaken our energetic palate. You know, when you dip something into a sauce and you taste it, it awakens your sense of taste and smell and your appetite. Okay, gets your appetite going. When you dip your foot in the pool or in the water, you're getting a sense of the temperature and you're allowing yourself to prepare for what it might be like when you go into the pool or into the water even more. And so this energetic dip that is occurring in February is more of like a taste. You know, you're getting a taste of a certain energy in your life. And it's for the purpose to kind of awaken you and be like, this is what we're about to get into. This is the energy we're about to get into. What do we like about it? What do we not like about it? Let's start reframing. Let's start unattaching from some of our beliefs. Let's start, you know, letting go of what we need to let go of. It could be more of an experience that helps us awaken what we might need to do to get ready for something, to prepare for something, to get our ducks in the row, to bring structure to things that need structure, to order things that need order, to update who we are as individuals and how we might need to change to adapt to some new energies coming into our lives, to some new shifts, to some new changes. And so it doesn't seem like a negative experience to me. It seems more of just, it doesn't feel it doesn't feel like an exploration either. It just feels like a type of, you know, awareness building, like just building awareness around what might be coming a little bit later for you. You know, getting a taste of something that might be, you know, coming back at a later time, something that you might be getting into a little bit later in your life. And getting a taste of that and just awakening of that and just an awareness of that and that just being enough for you to say, oh, yeah, I could see where maybe I might need to change my schedule if more of this starts happening. Or, oh, maybe I need to, you know, learn something, a new skill set to help me with this, you know, thing that I'm getting a taste of. Or, you know, oh, maybe I don't feel totally ready yet and I need to get more organized. You know, so there could be like an experience like that coming up for individuals in February. There's another theme coming up in February about being seen. There's a lot of different ways
we could describe this. You know, for some people, being seen is literally they're stepping out into the public eye. They're literally stepping out of their private space into more of a public space. Okay. And then for other people, being seen could be voicing something from within, you know, voicing their feelings, their perspectives, their ideas, their opinions, you know, the way they want to do things, the way they want to relate to things, the way they want to navigate things. That can be a level of being seen. Another way of being seen is through boundaries. You know, that's one way to really see someone, is to know what their boundaries are. You know, when someone is presenting a boundary, it's stemming from a need, it's stemming from a priority, it's stemming from a value. You can easily see what someone values and what they prioritize and what someone might need based on their boundaries. And so it might be a time where people are, you know, enforcing or reflecting their boundaries. When I look at the energy of being seen in February, I do see it mostly revolving around the relationship space. And so, you know, our relationship space sets us up to be in relationship to everything. You know, we relate to ourselves, we relate to other people, we relate to everything. Energy is everything. We relate to everything, okay? And so it could be a month where people are connecting with the values of how they want to relate to the world, the way they want to relate to themselves, the way they want to relate to other people, how they want to relate to social media, how they want to relate to the public. You know, it could be a natural time for people to be connecting with that, connecting with their unique values, their unique priorities, and letting that be expressed openly. And that is a level of being seen. Now, some of you, I can hear you, you have different definitions of what it means to be seen. Those are all valid, and you know, I don't plan on covering every single possible definition out there around being seen. I just was giving some examples. So please know that if you're connecting the dots in some other area of your life that you define a little bit differently, you know, take what resonates and apply and discern how you wish. February kind of reminds me of an orange. You know, you see an orange and it can be bright and colorful on the outside, but to get inside the orange, it's actually quite a process. I mean, it's a thick skin, it's a leathery skin. You kind of have to dig in and peel it off, and sometimes you just get a little chunk, and then sometimes you get a bigger chunk. Some people have strategies around how to peel, you know, an orange. Other people are a lot more chaotic around how they peel an orange and messy. You know, I'm generally getting that impression that in February there's something, you know, delicious that you want to dig into, something that might be a little bit sweet, a little bit sour at the same time that you want to dig into. There might be something internal that's, you know, ready to be opened, that's ready to be, you know, exposed, so to speak. And it might be a bit of a process to get it out there, you know, to let it be exposed, to let it be seen, to let it, you know, to be seen. Just like peeling back the orange, there can be energetically some thick layers of energy. Not that they're hard to break through, but they are cumbersome to break through. And so I do see that in February, a lot of people will be kind of working through that thick layer of energy in the collective around being seen and how cumbersome that might be. And, you know, the beautiful thing that I see about that is if you think about an orange without its thick layer around it, you know, the actual fruit of the orange is very tender. It's a lot of juice surrounded by very tender skin, and so, that image of an orange that I'm getting around being seen is that, society or the collective may be working through some energies that keep them from being seen. But ultimately, there's a tender vulnerability and there's a sweetness underneath it that comes out, that becomes available to individuals in the world. And so this is a part of the overarching theme of individuality on the planet. But, what I'm noticing in February is very specifically having to work through those tougher energies that keep us from being completely seen or vulnerable or soft or gentle, or, refreshing around what's happening inside of us. February may also be a time of some twists and turns, kind of like a pretzel. Some of these twists and turns that we're seeing in the collective may be fun to watch in some ways. Kind of like get your popcorn out. Could be fun to watch some of the twists and turns that are happening in society in February. Some people might feel a little bit salty about it. I'm seeing that image of a pretzel. So it might be one of those moments where we look at society and we're all kind of like, that's not good, or, oh, that's a little, don't like that, So I don't really see that as an energy, that is impacting you individually in your life. I'm really talking about the collective energy. So it just might be in the air. There might be some opinions in the air about what's happening on the planet that might be related to some twists and some turns, some unexpected changes, some unexpected, ways things have evolved, and some of the salty, kind of dry opinions about it. I'm picking up on a theme in February of kind of like herd mentality. I'm seeing an image of like division, where like divide and conquer kind of energy. Kind of the image that I'm seeing is kind of like a big group of sheep, that are all stronger together. And then I see kind of that image of like that farm dog or like the border collie, the working farm dog that is there to kind of shepherd the sheep and, bring them into a new direction. And I see that energy of dividing and conquering a small group of people. And maybe this is what's relating to, some of that twists and turns happening in the collective. But I do see the tendency for there to be intimidation, divide and conquer energy, as a way to get bigger groups of people that are working together broken down into smaller groups of people that are more controllable. And so we might see some of this playing out on the global front. But, as far as like your life, just be aware that there is kind of that divide and conquer energy hanging out in the air, and it might trigger some of your own energy dynamics in your own life. And so, if there are, foul games being played in your life, so to speak, in your communities, in your groups of people, where people are kind of trying to play out some divide and conquer type dynamics, just recognize that can be a game. You don't have to play it. And, ultimately, if you don't engage with that game, you won't fall victim to it. So there's just a heads up, there's something kind of in the air around divide and conquer energy and power and control and intimidation, and just how that can play out on a global scale, as well as how that might be playing out in group dynamics in your own life. When I look at the energy dynamic that's related to this, it's really related to the collective and its ability to emotionally process information. And so there tends to be a divide and conquer kind of emotional dynamic that is coming up to the surface in the collective in February. And really, the wisdom that comes through around this dynamic of divide and conquer, is to transcend it, to kind of see things from a higher perspective, to reach for the higher perspective, to reach for the high road, to not fall into petty gossip, petty emotional dynamics, petty drama, things like that. It might be seductive to go into gossiping, to go into drama, to, let, pettiness or smallness kind of intervene or disrupt things in your groups of people. This is a great moment in the year to take the high road, to transcend that, to recognize when you hit your own limitations, to heal them, and to allow your wisdom to guide you through that experience, and to reach for kind of the higher perspective on that matter. A beautiful theme that I'm starting to pick up in February 2023 is how masculine energy and feminine energy is starting to dance together on the planet. Now, it does seem like a bit of a clumsy dance. I'm kind of getting that image of a male and a female going to like a dance class or like a festival or like some kind of ballroom dance and dancing with each other for the first time and not really knowing how to dance, but just dancing anyways. And so I'm really starting to feel this for the collective, especially those that have really freed up their masculine and feminine energy and have allowed there to be more of a balance between their masculine and femininity. Seeing the theme of like that feminine and masculine energy kind of learning to dance with each other. They're practicing how to dance with each other, and they're learning how to dance with each other. And so there might be like an intuition that comes through in your life, and then you have to take action on it. And then maybe you take too much action on it, or maybe you don't take enough action on it, and it's a little bit clumsy. All right. And then you have to like go around again and try again, and then your intuition comes in again, and you might step right on cue and get it the next time. And take action exactly when you need to. You might, go through a period of time where you're taking a lot of action, and then all of a sudden you get like really ungrounded, and you like, don't feel like you have your feet on the floor, and you're just kind of spinning in circles, and you have to like, get yourself grounded again, and get back into, your body again. So there might be a little bit of this dance of what it's like to allow your feminine energy to kind of inform you, of what you need to create or nourish in your life. And then there might be that masculine energy that comes in to kind of serve that and protect that and take action on that. And it looks beautiful, because they're definitely, like, I just see that masculine and feminine energy, like definitely trying to dance with each other, trying to learn how to be with each other, learn how to step with one another. But it still looks very clumsy and awkward and a little bit silly and fun at the same time, and, a little embarrassing at the same time. And so, when it comes to, how we create our lives and move forward in our lives and dance through our lives, in a way, like, there's a lot of learning going on in the collective of how these two energies, masculine and feminine energies, interact with each other and serve each other and are compatible with each other, and how they can move with one another. All right, those are my energetic themes for the month of February. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. It really helps me out a lot. And I will see you next month. Bye.